One of my favorite dishes is sole à la Meuniere, which is a sautéed Dover sole. Meuniere is French for miller's wife, referring to the wife of a flour mill owner. And this classic French dish is traditionally made with a fish like this, which is a flat fish, dark on one side. This is the top of the fish, and that is the bottom. This is what is always down in the sea, and they go like this, swimming through close to the bottom. The fish has to be skinned before you cook it. And this is a task that you could leave up to your fishmonger, but if you make a little cut right here, just through this leathery skin, hold the tail and hold the skin. Use your thumb along the fins. It peels off very nicely. It even comes off the head. So that is the skin of the top, and then turn it over and do the same thing to the white part of the skin. So it's very easy to use my cloth just to start. There. And the flesh under the gray skin is the more beautiful flesh. It's a little bit fatter too than the bottom. And that's, now you can trim your fins off. The dorsal fin. This will just make a prettier presentation, but you don't even have to really think about the presentation because this is all deconstructed before it gets to the table. It's presented and then deconstructed. Some fancy restaurants, they will do that table side. And I like that because then you know that you've gotten the whole fish and not just a fillet of sole. So here, this one's ready to go. Rinse it and dry it and dredge it in flour. This one is ready to dredge. Now we're using an instant flour. It is a very superfine flour. Oops, forgot to put a little bit of white pepper and a little bit of salt in the flour. And don't dip the fish into anything other than flour. And see, it does adhere nicely, but that very superfine flour is so great. It's a low protein flour that has been processed so it dissolves instantly. And that's why it's known as instant flour. And coating ensures a crisp and golden brown surface on the fish. Now we have a nice hot pan to which I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of clarified butter. Now the reason I'm using clarified butter is primarily because I don't want the fish to burn, and I don't want the butter to burn. The milk solids in the butter have been removed by clarification. Okay, here it goes. Now keep it moving around. Make sure that all parts of it touch the butter, and you should cook it for about 3 minutes per side. I started with the gray skin side down, and we will turn it over to finish the cooking on the white side. True Dover sole only comes from the waters of the Atlantic off the Dover coast of England, so it's difficult to find in the United States. And I think it's time to turn. Oh, utterly wonderful. And now here is what you do next. Add 4 tablespoons of butter to the pan, get it melted, and then you're going to spoon this butter right over the fish. And this is enriching this beautiful fish, making it even tastier than it was. This is a rich dish, fancy dish. And now also squeeze the juice of 1 lemon over the fish. So simple, easy. And now add just a tablespoon of parsley. And there you have it. So now using a fish knife or a large spoon, slice on one side of the backbone, go right down to the bone itself, and then go this way. And then what we're taking is the flesh of the fish off the bone. It makes a very nice fillet. which you then can lift very carefully onto your plate. And now you can flip the fish over and do the same thing on the other side. What you don't want is any bones. So serve this with a little sprinkling of fresh lemon juice on top of the hot fillets, and you have sautéed Dover sole Meuniere. Try it. You're really going to love this.